How cool is this? Oh my god, there's a snake up there. But I think it's just a python. The bones of this episode is going to be exploring that Palm Beach walk up to the lighthouse. Morning. Dude, no way. It's a rock wallaby. Good morning, explorers. This episode is for the home and away fans. We are in no other place than Summer Bay, aka Palm Beach, Sydney, Australia, and it is the most northern point of the peninsula. Palm Beach in Pittwater is located 40 kilometers north of Sydney CBD. It is one of many unforgettable destinations to discover on Sydney's northern beaches. Famous as the filming location for Australia's iconic soap opera, Home and Away, it is also known as Summer Bay, and is a popular destination for lovers of the great outdoors, offering panoramic views over Broken Bay, Ku-ring-gai Chase and the Pacific Ocean. This area is perfect for swimming, hiking, kayaking, boating, fishing, dining at various restaurants and cafes, and it also has a local golf course. The thing I love about Palm Beach, you've got the beach on this side, and then right behind me is Pittwater. So you're going to see what that's all about when we get up to the lighthouse. I'll show you what we're looking at down here. And we're going to see some beautiful views. I love a good sunrise. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Man, it's one of life's gifts watching a sunrise, and it's completely free. All you gotta do is get up early enough, you know. Quick hat change. I don't know if you watched the Galway episode when my friend Ben and I took over Stumpy's channel. We went to Galway. These are the hats that we got from Protti, the famous chip shop there. So I thought I'd just represent Ireland while I'm out here. So we're going up to Barrenjoey Lighthouse, and this is how you access it, right? So when you come down to Palm Beach, just turn into the car park. I believe it is Governor Phillip Park at the golf course. Come into the car park, park up, and then walk down this way. How you going, mate? Good. Good, mate. Beautiful morning. Lovely. Yes, so then this is the Pittwater side. So we're going to go down the beach here and then head north up to the lighthouse. So we're going to go around here, Summer Bay, and pretend like we're in Home and Away. If there is anyone on the channel... Wait, is that a kookaburra? Yes. Been waiting for it. Mate, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't you ever stop. Morning. He's shy. As I was saying, if there is any Home and Away fans on the channel, what up? We're in your hood. We are in Summer Bay. It's beautiful here. We may not see them filming because they have a summer break, but the show is actually filmed most of the year. They have a heavy schedule and they usually film on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you do come down to Palm Beach, make sure you come down early in the week and you might see them filming. And I believe the cafe, the main cafe, I don't actually watch the show, believe it or not, but the main cafe is up there near the golf club. So I've walked about 300 meters and we're nearly there. We're nearly at the entrance. We're gonna go on the steeper climb going up and then come back around and go down on the easy incline. But most of these coastal walks are made easy for people. If you're an early bird, highly recommend getting down here for a sunrise and an early morning walk because it's only about 21 degrees and it's perfect right now. I was here the other week and we went like midday and it was too hot. Got up to the lighthouse and it was just scorching. So here we go. We got a grade 2 or 3 walk. So we're going to go grade 3 and it's about 35 minutes return. Oh look, rabbits. What up, rabbits? How is it? Whoa, he's quick. So this is the entrance right here for the grade 3. They call it the smugglers track. I'm not sure if there's a history of smuggling up here, but you know, still pretty cool. You can see the light peeking through the bush up there. So as soon as we get up around this little cave here, we'll have our first lookout. We're going to do a lookout count today. So how many lookouts can we find on the Barrenjoey Lighthouse walk and the climb? There's a bush turkey up there. Morning, Mr. Turkey. Do you mind if I pass, bruv? Do you mind if I pass, bruv? I will apologize in advance for the excess huffing and puffing. I'm actually out of shape, believe it or not. That's okay, that's why we're doing these walks. Wow, look at this view. All right, lookout count number 1 is coming for sure. Surely. Wow. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's right here. First lookout of the day. It's incredible, check this out. So if I go under this tree, you might be able to see just how narrow that section of the peninsula is. It's actually in the shape of an arrow. So when you do get up to the lighthouse, it's sort of an arrowhead that points up to the central coast, which I'm going to show you right now on Google. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? Yeah, gobble gobble. Keep going. Let's go. Oh, a fly just went up my nose and then through my palate. That's weird. Hey, check this rock out. This has always reminded me of like a snake mouth. That's hectic. And then these stairs that are sort of naturally just carved out. You know what? I think this is lookout number 2 because when you're in here, got a bit of a view. I always be careful in these cabins though, because there's usually a bucket load of spiders up in these holes. So we out, let's go. We're on the top of that cave. Lookout number 3 is awesome. Look at that. There's a camping ground over here called the Basin, and you can get the ferry over. It's just behind this little bay here. There's a ferry that goes over to the Basin and a ferry that takes you all the way up to the Central Coast, which is always amazing. I'd say we're halfway there to the lighthouse. It's quite an easy walk. It's good to get moving in the morning, you know. We made it to the top. So we're at the lighthouse here. We've got a little conservation going up here now. These fences never used to be here, but a couple of years ago there was some serious bushfires up this way, and this whole headland was on fire. But this is the lighthouse, the Barrenjoey Lighthouse, and it was built by James Barnett and erected in 1881. And this whole side up here is heritage listed. So they can't change the foundation, and they need to protect this land up here. But look at that view. It is incredible. Around here is Avalon Beach. Things to do in this part of the world, obviously hiking. If you like the beach, you can go for beach runs, swims, surfing, bodyboarding. There's a golf course down there. I do believe you have to have a membership. If you're into aviation, I believe that there's a scenic tour with a Cessna plane that goes off this boardwalk. So there's a seaplane, and they do tours of Barrenjoey and go up to the Central Coast. There's also one down past the city in Rose Bay, and those scenic tours in the air usually take about an hour. They show you all around Sydney. There is an abundance of Airbnbs all in this area. I've stayed in some really cool yurts, some bigger places, smaller places, and definitely check off season. I'd say like March to sort of June would still be decent enough weather, and you're going to get cheaper rates. But so much to do around here, even if you don't want to spend money. You've got all these historical sites, educational walks, and one of my favorite things, depending what time of year you're here, is whale watching from Barrenjoey Lighthouse. They've got a designated area right in front of me. Check this out. What a view. So just quickly, that's the lighthouse from this side. And you've got this whale watching spot. I love this touch. I think it's so well thought out. You've got all the information of what to look for when you are whale watching. Even if you have sick or injured whales out there, they've got a helpline. But this is the money right here, when to look for whales. And then you've got more information over here. I've seen a couple whales up here. I've also been on boats out here in Pittwater. This, by the way, is not the Northern Beaches anymore over this body of water. That's the Central Coast. And it's really beautiful up there. I recommend going to check it out. I may have a stroll up there. I'm only here for another 3 weeks, so I've got a bit to do. I appreciate you all being here with me. Let's go find the fourth lookout, because that was definitely the third. Water break. Man, this is so gorgeous. You still have the moon here. The moon is right there, and then you have the sun. What a way to start the day. I do recommend coming up the way I went, which is the grade 3 walk. Once you're at the lighthouse, it's behind you. You just go back down this track, and you'll go around on quite a reasonable decline down to where we just came back, but it's all paved, easy to walk down. Going to have a bush bash here and a little bit of a rock climb, because there's an island out here called Lion Island. Not even sure why they call it Lion Island. There's no lions up here. But we're going to go do that, find a couple more lookouts, and then make our way back down, see what else we can discover. Well, here is lookout number 4, and wow, look at this. Good morning, Summer Bay! Camping. I forgot to mention camping. A lot of camping sites around here, especially over at the basin. So you catch the ferry, you can camp there for the weekend. Heaps of amenities. It's awesome. Living by the sea, you know. Dude, it was all made easy for me. This is a walking stick that I need. Let's go. So I'm pretty sure down here to the right, in about 100 meters, is the spot where I'm going to do a little bit of rock climbing. We'll go find that other lookout. I feel like Gandalf the Grey with this walking stick. I think someone's left it here specifically so they can grab it again. Little do they know, it's mine now. Lookout number 5, a natural sort of rock staircase. Look at that. Epic. A couple years ago I was up here with my partner and we were doing these walks for mental health through COVID. And one day we came up here and I shit you not, there was about 50 dolphins, like a whole pod of dolphins just frolicking in these waves surfing. There is one surfer out there, he's pretty brave. Alright, so we're going to go up over this headland, check out the view. I'm going to leave this stick as well because a spider came out of this little hole, crawled on my hand and freaked me out. So, no. Bye, stick. Yeah, this is where it is. So we take a little right here in the bush where this massive rock is. And we go up here. Just gonna make loud stomping noises for the snakes because it's a bit fucking snaky in here. Oh man, it's worth it. It's all worth it. Okay, here we go. Also, those sticks are good in the bush for spider webs. All right, we're gonna get up here, climb up here, go see another spectacular view. See if I can do this one-handed. I don't like my chances. Oh yeah. All right. Let's go. Oh, wow. Hectic. Okay, so I go up here. These views just keep elevating literally and visually. So this is where you can see the remnants of the fires that were up here a few years ago. And it was a really terrible time. But one good thing is you'll see bushfires regenerate the bush, which I've spoken about in previous episodes. But let's go over here and check out Lions Rock. I'm just a big kid, honestly. These are my favorite things to do, even just by myself. Just rock walking. And after a while, you just start to really appreciate the time we have on the planet where you can just wander in these places that have been here for millions of years. The explorer in me wants to go over here, so let's do it. But I know that we can go through here. I've never done this way before, so let's do it. Oh yeah! Well, dodgy with one hand. Let's do it anyway. We're doing it for YouTube. Alright, put this here. I keep getting higher. This is the highest rock so far. Check this out. So cool. Oh. And there's a perfect seat right here for me. I'm going to sit here off camera, taking this view and this moment in time, and we'll be right back. If you've made it this far to the 13th episode to this journey, I just want to thank you all so much for being here with me. I've got a few more weeks here in Australia, then I'm heading back to where I live in Belfast. So if you are still here, you are watching at home on your TV or your screen, and you're on the train and you're like, man, I really want to go here, just book it in advance and work to get here, because it's so worth it. It's really beautiful. Also, like, share, subscribe and all that. So I jumped over there, and it feels a little bit snaky up there, as does over there. So I'm going to go back from whence I came to go to the normal path that I take, because I know that it's a little bit wider. Way! Check this out, man. Like, these three rocks just here wedged in between this massive rock. Spider web. I'll take that away. Another one. It's on my face. Where are you, spider? Don't you come at me. I'm trying to get up over this hill. Wow. It's still so dead up here from the fires, but look, there's some new life coming through. Check this out. I think we're up to another spider web. I think with this view counted, we're up to like 8 or 9 or something. But check this shit out. That's the Central Coast right there, and this little island is Lion Island. It is hazy today because there's a fire over this hill at Hawk's Nest on the way to the Central Coast. I think people had to get evacuated a couple of days ago, which is never good, and you can smell it right now in the air. But wow, what about that for a spectacular view? There's so many spots you can come and just be here and relax. My friend Marcel did tell me that there's a rock up here somewhere, has like a big hole in it, and you sort of go down the hole and then there's a cave. So I think it's over here. So we're up here, let's go check it out. I forgot to add fishing to the list of things to do here. If you're a keen fisherman, this is a wonderful place to be. Get a lot of fish up here. Wow, look at this. There's another spider web in my way. I'm gonna go around this way. Please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Oh, shit. We've done it. We're here at yet another lookout. Which, I mean, ultimately there's like 20 plus lookouts all over this headland. And I recommend coming up here and having a bushwalk. This looks like a place where the kids come and hang out, because there's a bit of graffiti through here. Spectacular view. Just quickly, this is the ferry I was talking about that goes from behind where we were up to the Central Coast. Yeah. Mate, it just continues. It continues and continues. Look at this. Blowing my mind. Oh, I think I can see where that hole is. Yep, it's right there. Let's go. I don't like going in this sort of grass. These paths. Real snaky. But we're gonna make sure that they're not here. All right, let's do it. Wow. This has to be one of the coolest lookouts on the northern beaches. So we're gonna go over here, see if we can get the panoramic view. This is just blowing my mind. Look at this. Central Coast, northern beaches. And that's where that little cave is. So check this out. I'm gonna jump over this rock. Let's see how we go. Oh, maybe not. Nah, I'll go from here. Yeah, we can make that. Nah. Yep. Okay, so there's a bunch of broken bottles up here. And I just pisses me off. Don't break glass in the bush and just leave it here, because you can create fires so easily. It's probably how one of these fires started in the first place, because the sun shines through, and when it obviously refracts enough and it's hot enough, it can just focus on a point and start a fire. I might actually leave it, this big bit of glass in the cave. Wow, that is cool. Check this shit out. Let's go in the cave. I have checked obviously the exit as well, and it's going to be the same way that I entered, but it's not too hard to climb out. It doesn't look like it anyway. How cool is this? Oh my god, there's a snake up there. But I think it's just a python. Oh yeah, it's just a green python. That's beautiful. You can see its nest. Thank god that's just a python. Or is it a brown snake? Yeah, I think that's a brown snake. Fuck. It's a baby one. But my phone's over there too. I think we should be okay. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. I thought it was a green tree snake, but yeah, it looks brown. And if it's an eastern brown and it's a baby, I don't really want to be around here, but my phone is on the other side, so I have to go, and I've just spotted another nest. Fuck. Oh. Okay. Oh, please don't drop down on me. What a view. What a view from a cave. I'm going to be extremely careful around here though, because I do not want to put my head through a hole where a snake is. So yeah, I'm glad that we saw this though. Okay, the snake is looking at me now because I've shined a light up there. So we're going to pop on out of this cave here. I'm so glad that I spotted that snake and I didn't go trying to hang up in the cabin there. These are all experiences, and we live and we learn. That was the first snake we've seen on the channel. I'm pumped. Glad it wasn't a big mother massive brown snake. They coil up and they're very aggressive, and it wouldn't have been good. I'm gonna take this view in. I'm gonna walk back down, go for a swim, see what else we can find along the way. Dude, I had so much confidence walking through the bush before, and then you go into a cave and you see a snake and it's right there in front of you, and now I have to walk back through the bush to get back down. So let's hope that we don't have another snake encounter, but it's in my mind now, you know what I mean? It was a beautiful encounter, a very docile, friendly encounter, but that was a small one. I don't want to see a big brown snake. Too snaky. I think, to be honest, this is a silly time in the morning to be going through this part of the world because, what was that? Because it's just starting to warm up. Obviously, snakes being reptiles, they're going to come out of their caves or their nests or the ground or wherever they are and warm up on rocks like this. So that's good. You can hear these cicadas now. It's really starting to heat up. See, that's where I would assume a snake would be, under there. Let's start walking and stop talking about SNAKEs. Yeah. Okay. Just do it. I've got no movement. Please, 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 please. Oh. Okay, we made it. Oh. And I don't think I came down that way. Nope. Oh. Much better. My fucking soul just jumped out of my body. I was walking down here and there was a blue-tongued lizard, but quite a big one, and it came shooting back into the shade and I thought it was a snake. This is silly because I'm not afraid of snakes, but now I've seen one, I'm like on edge. And they really are beautiful things, as are lizards and all reptiles, but I've got one more snaky part to tackle, and that's going back down here. So this is where I got up, by the way, and one-handed effort while I was filming, I reckon that's pretty good. So we're gonna go down and check this out. This thing here is not actually a rock, this part. That's a massive bull ant nest. And I shouldn't have kicked it, because those things, if they bite you, it'll be hurting for days. Just quickly wanted to highlight how relaxed the walk back down is. It's like this paved path, bit rocky. There's a few places you got to watch your step, but you know, quite easy compared to what I was just doing. And this is the final view, view number 12, I believe. We'll let the counter decide. But yes, what a cool view. What a cool way to start the morning. I'm so glad that I jumped in that cave and there was only one little snake. Probably had a bunch of other babies around because there was a nest and another nest, but imagine if I popped into that cave and it was like Indiana Jones and that was the last time you ever saw me on camera. Pretty sure that's a termite nest. Considering it was all burnt out, I don't think there's termites in there anymore. That's crazy. It's a beautiful part of this walk, coming back down the cruisy way, because you can see a little bit more of pit water out there, and you're dwarfed by these massive rocks. Dude, no way. It's a rock wallaby. I think that's the eastern grey rock wallaby. It's just come across the path. I hope you guys got to see that. But I was actually walking down the path and it was looking at me straight and it looked like a dog. And then I realized it was a wallaby. There it goes there. It's going up to its nest up there. How beautiful is that? Hope you enjoyed the sunrise and the Barrenjoey Lighthouse as much as I did. It's definitely an adventure and a wonderful way to explore the great outdoors in Australia. I really hope these Australian episodes have inspired anyone watching from around the world to get down to Australia if you've never been there. And remember, if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. If you want me to go any places, anywhere in the world, hit up the comments or email me. My email will be in the description. But for now, I just want to say, have a great day, have a great evening wherever you are. And remember, traveling is not the same if we don't get to share the stories. So please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this episode of Sam Explores, your passport to people, places, and stories. While you're here, can you please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. And if you're on the phone app, please hit the hype button to help boost the page, and I'll see you in the next one.